I have a secret love for beauty gurus, and I'm going to share my beauty routine and how beauty gurus have influenced that over the years. My favorite beauty guru is always going to probably be Jessica Braun because she's from Indiana. She's very wholesome, but I also love Taylor Wynn. They're like friends, so you know, I had a love affair for Tati for a very long time. That's waned a little bit over the years just because of everything. I have learned a lot from her over the years, especially like my eyebrow routine, like using powder in it. I feel like I got from her. But today we're going to start off with this Toxic Waste Slime Liquor that I recently got from Five Below. It was $5 for like, I don't know, 5 of these things. They've just been fun. I feel like I have to have something on my lips to carry on, so hopefully I don't look like a crazy person. I've been using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer lately. I've been trying to find a tinted moisturizer. I can't say that I really like this one. It kind of dries down a little bit too dry for me. I was expecting it to be a little bit more moisturizing since it's a tinted moisturizer, but if you're someone who has oily skin, this would be perfect for you. If you're looking for something that doesn't have a ton of coverage, it'll get you out the door real quick and easy. I do use this on a beauty sponge. This is a Pawpaw sponge that Jessica Braun recommends. I've tried this with a brush and a sponge, and I think it works best with a sponge. And then I also wanted to state, if anybody remembers the beauty department, I think Lauren Conrad may have started, but they posted on there about beauty sponges and the beauty blender. That was the first time I had ever heard of it. This was like a really long time ago, before I even started watching YouTube beauty influencers, and I remember like reading about them, and they were really expensive at the time. They still are expensive, but I remember like reading about it, and they were like, oh, you gotta wet it. No one knows to wet it. And so, you know, whenever I saved up enough money to get one for the first time, I knew I had to wet it. So don't forget to wet your beauty sponge. I'm sure you already know that though. I feel like that's something we've all known for a really long time. And I forgot to bring down my concealer. Yeah, as you can see, it looks glowy on my skin right now, but by the end of this, my skin won't look this glowy. This dries down much more matte than I was expecting. Next up, we're going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I feel like everybody and their mother talks about this concealer. I have a really light color right now. I shouldn't have bought it this light, but you know, the way I apply my concealer has definitely changed over the years. I feel like the method that I use, doing like a little bit here and a little bit here, is learned from Robert Welch. Everybody, you know, does the triangle situation or does up here and like all over the face. This is like the amount that I use, and I use my beauty sponge to blend that in, kind of going in that same triangle that we all used to do, but with much less product. If you know, want more coverage, you could definitely use a brush. I'm not here for a ton of coverage. I am not into the full coverage look anymore. I think definitely influenced from TikTok. All right, next up, I'm gonna use the LA Colors contour sticks. I did start rewatching Tati a couple of months ago, and she did like a Dollar Tree makeup series. She recommended these, and I honestly trust her. Me and Tati don't have the same skin type, so sometimes it's hard to take her recommendations for products like this. Like, she really liked a Laura Mercier foundation back in the day, and I bought it on her recommendation because I love Tati, and didn't work for me. It was definitely too matte, and I've learned over the years, you know, some beauty gurus you can take advice on foundation from, and some you can't, just depending on your skin type. Me and Tati definitely don't have the same skin type, but other things, definitely love her for. But again, I haven't watched her in years. I started watching her again the past couple of months just because I was excited about makeup again. Thought I'd see what she's up to. I feel like she's gonna have some up-to-date information. And you know, some of her videos were fun. Like this Dollar Tree video that she did was fun. I definitely didn't use bronzer when I was younger. I didn't learn about this kind of stuff until I was older. In middle school, this is really hard to blend, by the way. When I first bought this was not this hard to blend. I don't know if it's the color. I have two different colors here, and this one's definitely more orange toned, and this is looking super orangey, but you know, we can blend. Yeah, what I was saying, in middle school, I would take whatever foundation. It was usually that like Aqua Smooth, CoverGirl Aqua Smooth. I would put that all over my face and I'd be good. Just a white face. No blush, no contour, no nothing. I'm hoping we can get this bronzer to look decent. I'm definitely into cream products at the moment. I definitely think that is influenced by Raw Beauty Kristi. She was the first influencer that I ever saw do a full cream face, and that was like way before it was trending. So gotta give her that. I don't know if she does beauty videos anymore. This e.l.f. blush. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush. It is a lot more stronger than you would think it would be, so go light on it. Also, that contour stick is more potent than I thought it was going to be, so use a light hand. But I definitely think Raw Beauty Kristi was ahead of the trend back in the day when I saw her do full cream looks. And I feel like nowadays you go on TikTok and that's like all you see people use is cream products. So the people who are using powders and stuff are like the old school beauty gurus. I don't use this a lot. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I wanted to do an all cream look except for a little bit of powder today, so I pulled what liquid highlighter I have. I think most people use this under their makeup, so we'll see how it looks as a highlighter. Also, didn't know what highlighter was until Beauty Gurus. I'm assuming that is the same for a lot of people. Like, I didn't hear of highlighter until Jaclyn Hill came out with a highlighter, and I was looking for highlighters. I had heard someone mention it. I didn't really know who Jaclyn Hill was, but when you search for highlighters, everyone was like, you need to get the one that Jaclyn Hill had done with that company that's no longer in business anymore. I can't remember their name. I never bought it. It was way out of my price range, but I remember that being like the it highlighter that you had to have. I can't even remember what my first highlighter was. My powder today, I'm going to use this Shape Tape Tarte powder. I got it in a box. I couldn't even tell you if this is still around, honestly. And I'm just going to use a little bit under my eye. I do like that there is like this netting that is loosey-goosey that really gets the powder off of there. So I'm not using a whole lot. Powder is something that I didn't know until the Beauty Guru era. I never used powder when I was using my Aqua Smoothers from CoverGirl. Never thought that I would be like a liquid foundation person either. I always thought that the CoverGirl smoothers would be the end all be all. All right, next up is going to be brows. I take my spoolie and I brush them up. And like I said, I am very thankful to Tati. I did not start doing my eyebrows until Tati. So if that tells you how late in the game I was doing my eyebrows, that is how late in the game I was doing my eyebrows. Tati did a video with Scott Barnes, I believe, and she talked about how she learned about doing powder in her eyebrows. And that is when I started doing my eyebrows. So I'm using the $1 Billion Brows. It is cracked. It is old. I don't even know if this is still good, but it's what I use. You can use any powder product that matches your eyebrow. I didn't bring a mirror down with me, so I am doing this with the camera. So these aren't gonna look the best. My brows are mostly sparse in the front, so that's usually what I focus on. And then I'll do a little shaping at the end here. Another beauty guru that I like and I watch a lot that I don't know that I've ever learned anything from is Manny. I love Manny's personality, and I know they've been in drama, him and Laura, in the past, but we have two totally different makeup styles. So I don't really listen to Manny for makeup advice. I just like his personality. I think he's funny. How are the eyebrows looking? I can't really tell, like I said. And then the last step in my brow routine after I have filled them in is to use like a brow gel. This is a tinted brow gel called the Wow Brow from e.l.f. Jessica Braun loves this. She's fallen in love with a new one that is more expensive. I should probably get that, but I'm just too cheap. I didn't always use a brow gel, but you know, now that fluffy brows are in, you know, I've got to go with the trends. I feel like it just lightens the look a little bit, makes the eyebrows a little less harsh. Eyebrows are hard. You can see now. Of course, I put the Halo Glow on, so you're gonna see that, but the rest of that tinted moisturizer from ColourPop, if you see like in the center of my head here, it's like dry. I put the Halo Glow here, here, and here, like here, here, and here, so that's why you see the glow, but the rest of my face is pretty dry. I'm not a big fan of the tinted moisturizer from them. One of my last steps is going to be my eyelashes. How to use an eyelash curler. I wish I could remember who got me back into using an eyelash curler. I didn't always use them. I didn't think they were needed, but if you've not used one and then used one, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you have to use an eyelash curler, or what's even the point of wearing mascara? Like, what's even the point of wearing mascara if you're not gonna curl your lashes? I have been loving this L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, and I've also been loving this Judy Doll Curling Iron Mascara. I'll show you the two side by side, but this one has a metal wand, which is really cool. I feel like you have to do a million coats. This one was recommended to me by a girl on TikTok. She was like, if you got lashes like me that fall down all the time, you have to use this mascara. And I was like, girl, I'm buying it immediately because my lashes fall down. So I'll show you. But again, I feel like this really does a very light coat, and you have to do a ton of coats to get enough. You know, like when I really think about it, I don't think that TikTok influences me that much for makeup, but I think I've mentioned TikTok twice here, like this mascara, and then that girl who does the really light makeup and kind of shows you like scientific proof that light makeup is just as good as like thick makeup. I have been influenced, but I think in my head I'm not influenced because I'm not sitting here watching Michaela all day every day. So there's definitely other creators that I do see on my FYP that definitely do influence me, but I just don't think of them as influencers, but they totally are. This one's gonna be the telescopic side. I bought this because I thought telescopic would be close to what the Judy doll is. It definitely takes less coats, but it will fall down more than the Judy doll. And I think it falls down more because it's thicker, but here's the difference. That's the telescopic and that's the Judy doll. Now that I'm seeing the Judy doll next to it, I'm like, oh, this needs more. All right, now I totally am okay with my lips looking like this with my Slime Liquor Toxic Waste. But I also brought down some other choices for lip stuff that I like for people who like simple makeup. So my first thing is this e.l.f. This is like an e.l.f. shiny lip stain kind of situation. And I like this color called Cinnamon Dreams. I don't like to put too much, so a little bit on and then rub it in. I feel like my face shape doesn't do well with heavy lips. I think it makes me look weird. So even though I put that on very lightly, I will still go like this. And then I still feel like it's kind of heavy. But I've also been using this e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is in the color Honey Talks. This I thought was going to be more of an oil. It feels like a standard lip gloss to me, and it has a peppermint scent. So I do like the peppermint scent though. I'm not a big fan of those lips. I'd probably rub them off. Like I said, I'm totally fine with my Toxic Waste Slime Liquor lip gloss and run out the door and be fine. That's the history of my makeup. It started with the beauty department and Lauren Conrad. Then it went to beauty gurus. I was watching them, slowly adding new things to my routine, like highlighter and bronzer. And then learning how to do my eyebrows with Tati. Also, by the way, I forgot to say that I also make wax melts, houseofwaxmelts.etsy.com. Go check it out if you want your house to smell amazing. If you trust someone who likes Tati and Manny MUA, go check it out.